There comes a moment in every person's life when they must pause, look around, and ask a simple but profound question: who is walking with me and who is slowing me down? Because the truth is, life is not just shaped by the opportunities we create, but by the people we choose to keep close. Every dream you carry, every ambition that keeps you awake at night, every effort you make toward a better future is directly shaped by the energy that surrounds you. And for far too many people, the biggest weight they carry is not failure, not lack of resources, not lack of talent, but the wrong people. And to move forward, to grow, to evolve, and to rise, you must learn the art of removing 3 types of people from your life, even if it feels uncomfortable, even if it feels heavy, even if it feels personal, because your destiny depends on it. First, you must delete from your life the people who constantly drain your energy. We all know them. They walk into the room and suddenly the atmosphere changes. They bring storms wherever they go. They complain about every small inconvenience. They magnify every difficulty, and they turn every conversation into a burden. These are the people who see the world not as a place of possibilities, but as a battlefield of problems. You try to inspire them, but they pull you down. You share a plan, and they tell you it won't work. You express hope, and they respond with fear. Their negativity is not just an attitude, it becomes a virus, and if you are not careful, it spreads into your spirit. You begin doubting your own abilities, questioning your own dreams, shrinking your own courage. And before you know it, you are walking slower, thinking weaker, aiming smaller. Life is already challenging. The journey to success is already full of obstacles. You cannot afford to carry people who make every step heavier. You need people who lift your mind, not drain your spirit. You need people who add energy, not steal it. So when you recognize someone whose only contribution to your life is negativity, bitterness, gossip, doubt, or discouragement, understand this truth. You do not hate them, but you must distance yourself from them. You cannot save someone who refuses to believe in themselves. You cannot elevate someone who works hard to stay low. Your energy is precious. Protect it like the engine of your life. Second, you must delete from your life the people who only take from you and never give. These are the individuals who show up only when they need something, but disappear the moment you need support. They love you as long as you are useful. They admire you as long as you are convenient. They stand beside you only when the sun is shining, but when the storms come, they vanish. They thrive on your generosity, but never reciprocate it. They borrow your emotional strength, but never return it. They enjoy your success, but never applaud your struggle. And the most dangerous part is, they can make you believe that you owe them your help simply because they asked. But hear this clearly. Love, friendship, loyalty, and respect are not one-way streets. A healthy relationship, whether personal or professional, requires balance. It requires mutual contribution. It requires shared energy. If you are the only one giving, supporting, listening, caring, encouraging, and sacrificing, then you are not in a relationship. You are in a partnership of exhaustion, and exhaustion destroys ambition. You cannot rise when someone is pulling from you everything you need to fly. You cannot grow when you are constantly running empty because someone else keeps taking from your well. The people who belong in your life are the ones who stand beside you not for what you have, but for who you are. They support you when you fall, they celebrate you when you rise, and they walk with you when the road is unclear. Deleting takers is not selfish, it is survival. It is the decision to value your time, your energy, your emotional peace, and your future. Third, and perhaps most importantly, you must delete from your life the people who do not believe in your dreams. Understand this deeply. You cannot build a future surrounded by people who are committed to your past. You cannot evolve around people who are comfortable seeing you small. You cannot rise around people who only believe in the person you used to be. There are individuals who will look at your dream and laugh. They will tell you that you are thinking too big. They will insist that you are not capable. They will say, people like us don't achieve things like that. They will take the limits of their own mind and place them on your destiny. And if you are not strong enough, you might start believing them. You might silence your own ambition. You might shrink your vision. You might convince yourself that your dream is unrealistic simply because they cannot imagine it. But the truth is, their disbelief has nothing to do with your potential. Their disbelief is a confession of their own limitations. You are not required to convince them. You are not required to prove anything to them. You are required only to honor your gift, your purpose, your vision, and the fire that lives inside you. It is impossible to create a future with someone who is committed to doubting you. You need people whose eyes shine when you talk about your dreams, people who don't mock your goals, people who understand the courage it takes to pursue something bigger than yourself. You need people who push you to grow, who challenge you to level up, who remind you of your strength when you forget it. Now understand something important. Deleting people from your life does not mean you stop caring. It does not mean you stop loving. It does not mean you stop wishing them well. It simply means you choose peace over chaos, growth over stagnation, clarity over confusion, and purpose over distraction. The people you walk with shape the path you walk on. If you surround yourself with small minds, you will live a small life. If you surround yourself with fearful people, you will live a fearful life. If you surround yourself with doubters, you will live a doubtful life. But if you surround yourself with believers, with workers, with dreamers, with thinkers, with people who value your vision, then your world expands. Your courage expands, your strength expands, your potential expands. There are people who walk into your life for a reason, and there are people who walk in for a season. Learn to recognize the difference. Some are teachers, sent to show you something about yourself. Some are mirrors, reflecting back your weaknesses and strengths. Some are bridges, leading you to a better chapter. And some are anchors, holding you down when you are meant to fly. You must learn who deserves a seat in your life and who deserves a memory. Not everyone who starts with you is meant to finish with you. And that is not a tragedy, that is maturity. Life is a collection of seasons, and every season requires a different version of you. The version of you that survived your past might not be the version that enters your future. You cannot become the person you are destined to be while holding on to the people who belong to an old chapter of your life. So look around, look carefully, who energizes you, who drains you, who supports you, who uses you, who believes in you, who doubts you, who walks with you, who weighs you down. Ask yourself these questions with honesty. Your answers will reveal who belongs in your circle and who belongs at a distance. Because the truth is, your environment is more powerful than your intentions. You can have the biggest dreams, the strongest plans, and the purest heart, but if you surround yourself with the wrong people, you will sabotage your own future without even realizing it. And if you surround yourself with the right people, even the impossible becomes possible. Delete the people who drain your energy. Delete the people who only take. Delete the people who do not believe in your dreams, not out of anger, but out of wisdom, not out of hate, but out of responsibility. You owe yourself a life of peace, growth, purpose, and fulfillment. You owe yourself the chance to rise without unnecessary weight. You owe yourself the freedom to walk toward your destiny without chains around your ankles. And when you choose the right people, when you free yourself from the wrong ones, you discover something extraordinary. Your mind becomes clearer, your heart becomes lighter, your dreams become louder, and your path becomes brighter. Because the moment you let go of what holds you down, you make space for what lifts you up. And that single decision can change the entire direction of your life.